Shackles of Dread. Mafia King's luxurious mansion. Nighttime. Author's POV. Mafia King John Jungkook forcefully brought back her to the mansion by carrying her on his broad shoulder, her spirit crushed as he lead her towards the dark basement. Fear grips her heart as the weight of the Mafia King's threats hangs heavy in the air. John Jungkook. Coldly, back where you belong, my dear Dolly. Perhaps now you'll understand the consequences of disobedience and underestimating my power. John Jungkook. Tightly squeezing her cheeks and saying in an angry, cold voice, "You know what you take me so lightly, doll? Do you know, doll, your father works under my company now? Think what will happen to your father if you don't listen to me, baby. I can do anything. You know very well what I'm capable of." Jungkook ordered his bodyguards to lock her up in the dimly lit basement as a punishment of running away from him. YN's POV. I tremble in fear by just listening to him, my mind consumed by dread. I tried to stop Jungkook for locking me up in the basement. YN. In a pleading voice I say, "Please, don't lock me here. I'm really afraid of the dark. I'll do anything you ask for, just don't lock me here, and please I request you don't hurt my father and my family members. Please Jungkook, please believe me." The Mafia King's voice echoes from above, chilling her to the bone. Mafia King John Jungkook. Menacingly squeezing her chin with his strong manly hands and yelling at her while intensely glaring at her, and said, "How can I believe you, doll? How can I? Tell me, baby doll. You broke my trust by running away from me. How can I believe you now, huh?" Saying that he punched the basement door angrily. "I thought you began to love me during all these months you spent with me. But I'm wrong so foo at hashtagging wrong. I don't expect that you are just playing tricks on me to get away from me easily. You know what, doll, I hate liars. But you don't have to worry, Dolly, I won't kill you because I'm so much in love and obsessed with you that I can't even breath properly without you, so I won't kill you. I will make you love me just like I love you, and this time I never ever let you go away from me again. And this is my the Mafia King John Jungkook's promise to you, baby." John Jungkook POV. In possessiveness, he says to himself, "You did wrong, baby, by running away from me. I warn you so many times that the consequences of disobeying me will be very harsh for you, but you never listen. Now I will show you my devil side, my baby doll." John Jungkook. His one arm is lightly caressing her cheeks and his other arm holding her waist tightly, while his eyes intensely staring at her watery green ocean eyes, and says in his cold, husky voice, "Your family's well-being depends on your obedience. If you want to spare them from suffering, you'll stay here with me willingly and happily. Do you get that, my baby doll?" YN nodded her head several times, afraid of the consequences of disobeying him. Jungkook. Good girl, saying that while lightly patting her chubby cheeks. John Jungkook's POV. Jungkook's sad face ordering his bodyguards, saying lock her up in the dark basement as her punishment for one whole day. Jungkook. Lightly peck her cheeks and says, "I'm sorry, Dolly, but you have to be punished unless you forget that you made a blunder mistake by running away from me, and this punishment will always make you remember the consequences of disobeying me." YN's POV. My heart sinks as I realize that he tricked me again. He pushed me in the basement, her eyes become watery and wide with shock that he avoids her all pleading and all her constant begging for him to not let her stay in the basement. Enraged, she yells at him, "You foo at K hashtag in John Jungkook. Just let me go, you bastard." Suddenly the door of the dark basement closed as she got up, ran up to the doorknob to unlock the door, while twisting the doorknob and with continuously banging and yelling for help while saying, "Someone help her, let her out from here. Let me go." After crying constantly and yelling continuously, her eyes and nose become red, her throat becomes dry and hurting badly due to continuously screaming for help. Now her voice comes out like a whisper, totally inaudible voice. Please let me out of here, I can't even breath properly. She again pleads. Please let me go. Hiccup. June. Cook. Hiccup. And sound of heavy breath as she slides down while leaning against the door and falls down on the ground breathlessly and faint unconscious. Now their horrifying silence in the basement can only be listened in there. At the other side of the basement door, John Jungkook. Standing outside of the basement door, he is listening to her sobs to become sad. With a heavy sigh, he said, I warn you several times, baby doll, but you never listen. Now I can't do anything. You are the only one who is responsible for your condition. If you ever obey me, then this cannot be happens to you. I never want to make you cry, but you make me do this. You know that I'm obsessed with you and can do anything to keep you with me. Why don't you understand that? Can't help you now, sorry, baby doll. Saying that he leaves from there, not knowing that the other side of the door, the person that he is obsessed with is not even breathing. Is this her fate, or does destiny have some different plans for her? Does she ever fall in love with him? Or his obsession takes her life and her family's life?